Hit the bell, comment, like
share, subscribe.
I said hit the bell first.
Mm-hmm.
Hit the bell. Hey guys, I'm Sarita.
I'm Nikki.
And we're
your favorite sisters.
Us. Welcome to our YouTube channel.
Welcome back if you're returning.
We're so happy that you're here. Welcome. We're gonna have a good time.
We're talking about packing, so it'll be so.
We're talking about packing, which is so much fun. So I love
this is another one of those things that Sarita thinks is fun and it's actually not. But I will say our way is more organized and you rarely forget things. So most important thing, list.
Lists are so important. They are so helpful. I know in the beginning you're like, this is a waste of time. It is not, honey. If you have it on the list and you are checking it off, you will never get anywhere and not need anything. Do you know how expensive it is to be in a hotel and have to go downstairs and buy a little ass shampoo for $13 fucking when you could have bought your own?
Or a toothbrush.
Yes, that's horrid. It's the worst. Or imagine you don't got no pajamas.
So make sure you stay tuned to the end so you can see our list for packing. And again, we kind of curate it to the event, but for the most part, everything on the list kind of stays consistent.
I love lists, as you all know. You can tell from the list. They are so, and they're also kind of fun too, right? Because they're not fun. You didn't have a good time when we made this list.
No, absolutely not. I didn't.
Okay.
But I will say, if you have a long list like we do, I highly recommend breaking it into categories so that it's less overwhelming and it's just easier to go through like a pile of things versus like 100 of things, if that makes sense. Never forget anything because it makes Sarita crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Story time.
The reason it makes Sarita crazy. Tell them why it makes Sarita crazy.
Story time. Well, this is probably going to actually really grind your gears because you don't actually know this. So
I love stories.
Not this one. I actually used to pack alone. We would do this whole packing party thing, but we would be over the phone.
And I would send her a list so she knew everything to get.
I ignored that list. I just tossed things in, the night before. She didn't know this. She thought it was very planned out and all that crap that she told me, and it wasn't. So you tend to forget things, like deodorant.
No.
Yeah, you do. And so when you forget your deodorant and you can't be honest and say, hey, I forgot my deodorant, you use your sister's deodorant when she's not in the room.
You're such a fucking scuzz.
Yeah.
Fucking
and ever since then, I followed the list and I haven't had that issue. So yeah, list.
So ill.
Yeah, it was, but what can you? I mean, it was either that or be musty. Like,
and I'm really irritated that the first time you tell me this story is in front of all of our tipsy friends.
Yeah.
She's so fucking scuzzy, you guys.
But the benefit also is sometimes you're ordering something and it's like, oh shoot, it won't be here, already be out of town. If you know in advance, you can have that item sent to the hotel.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just lists and being organized, I feel like definitely makes the transition easier and more comfortable.
If you have not seen the way we plan, you should go to our video that we just posted because it's the same thing. Like, it's just planning. Planning is so important. You can't have one without the other. If you do not plan, you're really just gonna be throwing a bunch of shit in a bag and using somebody else's deodorant.
But let me tell you, when you know you're doing it, pretty uncomfortable. It wasn't comfy if you didn't know. It keeps you organized, and it's just knowing what you need in advance really helps. Like, because we are so intricate with every single aspect, like our outfits. There's hair, there's, I don't know, cuticle oil. There's just all these little things.
Oh, I'm a cuticle oil. Boy,
I love cuticle
I'm
oil.
always cuticling these oils.
And it might not just be a scrunchie. You might need a hairpiece for this outfit. Like, to plan ahead, you know, like, okay, here's the outfit. Here's this. Nothing's worse than having a whole outfit together and forgetting one thing. Imagine if she didn't have her fan or her belt. And the thing is, with us, we coordinate. So sometimes my color combination is the accessories and vice versa. So if Sarita forgets her yellow freaking hair wrap and pearls, she's not wearing yellow, and it doesn't make sense.
And now it doesn't make any sense. So not only do I throw the whole look off, like, it's shitty to Nikki because she did the right things, like pack her own deodorant.
And it's good now because we do packing parties and we pack together.
I love a good packing party. It is so much fun. Nikki makes drinks. We have music. Like, we usually invite my mom over.
It's an actual party. We retry on our outfits to make sure everything's fitting and looking the way we want.
And then it helps because then my mom gets to see the outfits or like, it's just fun. I really enjoy a good packing party.
And you wouldn't believe, especially because we mix old with new, that you're like, oh, I have the perfect jeans for that. And then you say, if you don't try it on, you just think it's perfect. And then you get there and you look a mess. So we always, at our packing party, try on the outfits, and it's like, oh my goodness, this does not work the way I thought.
They're not.
So now you have time to change it and make it work.
And then we kind of like dance in them. You know, we sit down, we stand
Yes, are
up.
you comfortable? Does anything make you feel like I'm not going to be ready to drop it like it's hot?
Is it too tight? Do the shoes, you think you're going to be able to stand in the shoes the whole time?
Yes, because like, you're going to be standing.
It's really important to try things on, and just being organized. Having a list makes a huge difference for me. I'm a list girly. I'm always gonna list them. Always.
And I, especially because of my club foot, I have to try on shoes and see, okay, I'll probably get away with these for 5 minutes. I need to pack some slides or something. But all that goes into the planning and the list. As you'll see throughout these videos of our house party prep, a lot of the stuff intermingles because that's what it is. One thing can't exist without the other.
It's even down to, you know, Nikki's talking about her club foot. She always forgets to have her little insoles to be comfortable. I don't care how many times it's on the list, she's always going to forget them. So I always pack some for Nikki, just because I know she's not going to remember them. And I don't want her to be uncomfortable, because now we're not having fun because I'm worried about her, or she's trying to like thug through it and she's hurting. Right. So the lists are so important so that we just, you know, it just works. You got to make sure, she makes sure that I got my lip gloss, because if I only got my lip gloss, they not popping, I'm not having a good time.
Yes, and it's important also to have lists because you remember big things in the moment, but it's the little things that you forget, like your charger, or like for us as content creators, we need to have things to charge our phones. We need to have our tripods packed, our chargers, get all these little things that it's like you'll forget a cord, and every cord doesn't fit everything, so now that's thrown off. Or Lysol wipes. Airports are gross. You want to be able to sanitize.
And I don't need my glasses to see right in front of me. I need them for far away. So a lot of times I'll just take them off. And then I'll be somewhere and I'm like, what does that say, Nikki? Who is that? So that's like something I need to make sure I have my list, because I don't need them to see, you know, everything. Sometimes I forget them and then I'm screwed. Yes. So I do a checklist like all the time. Like even before I go to sleep, I'll text Nikki, hey, what's on my to-do list? Like I love lists. They're my favorite. They keep you accountable, in my opinion.
I completely agree. Even down to on our list of the night before, we make sure we have our books are downloaded. And I need a lot of books downloaded because I don't even know what my mood's going to be at the airport, and I can't listen to everything. We need to have our elderberry or our airborne. We need to have something to boost this immune system because, again, nasty.
And I make us, we actually take elderberry regularly every day anyway. But leading up into the week of us leaving, I make us take emergencies and medicine balls.
And I hate medicine balls.
She hates them, but it's important. Like, it's just important. And we always drink 1 Pedialyte each before we leave so that
I
we
hate
can
that
stay
too.
hydrated. That is why I believe people get sick when they're on vacation, because they're not hydrated. You're drinking, you're sweating, you're kicking it. You're not really hydrating. You're not
Right.
truly taking care of yourself. So if you already have all those electrolytes in your system before you even get there.
That's true, especially if you're in somewhere hot and humid. You're sweating a lot. Water just isn't enough sometimes. So that is definitely a trick of the trade that I highly recommend trying. Having something that's strong in electrolytes in your system prior to your vacation. Segueing into our sit, pack, and must-have list. As you can see, we have it broken down by category. There's hair, electronics, travel, additionals, because they just kind of don't fit in the list, but it needs to be there. And then we are also getting really serious about our skincare. You know, getting older, different things happen to your skin, and we're trying to keep up. So we make sure we have our morning and night routine products, and then just your everyday toiletries. Some of these things won't be on everyone's list, but like Sarita wears lash extensions, so lash shampoo is a must,
At all
especially
times.
because we don't know how certain environments will affect her lashes, which this ergo affects her eyes. So lash shampoo, lash glue, Sarita would never. I have very sensitive eyes. I can't wear lash extensions, even though I try all the time.
And I make her special, like lashes.
So I have custom lashes.
So she has like day lashes, night lashes. So, but I'm already making them, so I'm not gonna remind you to bring them. I'm not gonna be like, dude, where's your glue, your adhesive, like where is it, whatever. But those are things that you have to have.
Yes.
Like, especially when you're like going to be taking pictures or different things like that. Like, you want to feel at your best. And if you know you bring your day lashes instead of your night lashes because you didn't listen to Sarita, that is on you.
And Sarita is not gonna let you forget it.
Nope.
Also, some kind of painkiller, because you never know what's going to happen. It is a lot I completely understand that. It's probably completely unnecessary for some people, but we like to be prepared.
And then I love to be able to, for someone to say like, man, my head hurts. And I'm a total mom. I'm always pulling shit out of my purse. I got tissues in there. I got Tylenol in there. I got fucking anything that you can think of. I usually have it in my purse. So it's important because sometimes other people aren't thinking about those things.
Yes, and there's nothing worse than being on vacation and getting a headache or having cramps, and it kills the vibe.
It's the worst.
And nobody
I
got time for
have
that.
extreme allergies, y'all. You want to talk about it, I can be allergic to it, okay?
Yes.
So I always have allergy medication. I'm not the most to take them, but when I'm out of town, I'm like, no, I'm going to take it at night so that I don't ruin the morning, the daytime activities.
And something else, Sarita is severely allergic to vanilla. The smell of it, taking it in, pure
Touching my
vanilla,
skin,
anything. She's extremely allergic to it. So she needs to have her allergy medicine just in case she eats something and doesn't realize vanilla is in it. And also, if she smells it, it gives her a headache instantly. So
I usually
having
carry
those
a
things
little peppermint with me to
really helps.
You know, cut the smell. Sometimes I'll wear a mask and have peppermint oil just on top of the mask, just so that I'm breathing. You know, it seems like a lot, but when
There's definitely
it's something,
a method to the madness. So when there's things you can't control, you can control how you react to those things, and that's how we try to predict. That's not to say things don't go away, that sometimes, well, I mean, we don't really forget stuff, but if we do, we're prepared with a backup plan.
Yes, because
That's the
anything
important
can happen.
list.
And you don't know, someone in your group might really love the smell of vanilla perfume. So I can't. Like, I literally cannot. So I always have to have something to counteract it. You know, I have to distance myself. Like, I just have to be, you know, and that's like a really common scent.
Yes,
So
people tend to love vanilla.
a lot of times I get headaches and things from it. So there's a reason that I plan.
Yes, so we're not just crazy people that like lists and to overpack.
I love a list, and I'm not crazy.
Okay.
And I do like to overpack because you never know what's going to happen. What if we are out. We are all book lovers, and we run into, I don't know, said billionaire who wants to take us to a ball. And what the hell are we gonna do in a jean bodysuit at the ball?
Right.
I mean, hopefully he's a billionaire, so he's gonna buy us a nice outfit. But I just like to make it weird.
So yes, there might be a ball gown in her luggage, but who really knows what we need?
Who really knows?
I'd
And I
rather
like to
need
carry a
it.
feather boa just in case.
Right. I'd rather have it and not need it than need it and not have it. At the end of the day. Again, it looks like a lot, but it works for us.
But it's not a lot when it's divided into 2 people. Imagine buying a pack of 3 Tylenol, and I had a headache, she had a headache, and somebody else had a headache, and now 3 days later, I'm like, man, my head's really hurting, and we don't have enough Tylenol. So if each of us brings, it makes a difference. So if y'all need anything for your head while you're at the house party event,
holla at us.
You
Holla
okay?
at us.
Not that we pushing. I'm just saying we can help you if you need it. What are some of your tips and tricks for packing? What do
Yes.
you pack? What is important to you to have?
Are you a crazy packer like us?
Yes. Are you allergic to any things and you have to go the extra mile? If so, and you have some tricks, let me know. I'm always
and what are
looking
you
for
allergic
things.
to?
Yeah,
What
I
is
know
that?
vanilla is a weird thing, but here we are. I developed a meat allergy as well. I can be allergic to anything. Okay? Hit the bell, comment,
Like, share, subscribe.
I said hit the bell first. Hit the bell, ring a ding ding. Bye y'all.